in your new company. Where does that leave you?
I do have exciting news of my own, and I will enlighten you very soon.
Are you digging for dirt on me?
No.
Did Kane put you up to this?
Okay, what's it about?
It's Audra. There's something that you need to know about the kind of person she really is.
The air in Genoa City is thick with the scent of betrayal, ambition, and expensive perfume. Just as one crisis seems to be contained, another erupts with volcanic force, threatening to bury everyone in its path. This week, the city's residents are playing a high-stakes game of chess, but two players, in particular, are moving with a reckless, game-ending intensity: Kyle Abbott and Phyllis Summers. One is on the verge of a complete and total meltdown, while the other, ever the Phoenix, is rising from the ashes of her own chaos with a dangerous new strategy. Strap in, because this week promises to be a roller coaster of shattered alliances, explosive confrontations, and shocking victories. Kyle Abbott, a pressure cooker ready to blow. For months, Kyle Abbott has been the picture of a man trying to have it all, only to find the foundation of his life cracking beneath his feet. His marriage to Summer is a ghost of its former self, a hollow arrangement built on the shaky ground of co-parenting and public image. His professional standing at Jabot, the family empire he was raised to lead, has been systematically dismantled by his own father, Jack, who has placed Billy Abbott in a position of power over him. Kyle feels betrayed, emasculated, and trapped. And this week, that pressure cooker is going to explode. The catalyst will be the ever-present and ever-manipulative Audra Charles. With her own position at Jabot precarious, Audra sees Kyle's vulnerability as her greatest asset. She will continue to whisper in his ear, not with the gentle coaxing of a lover, but with the strategic precision of a corporate saboteur. She'll point out every slight from Billy, every perceived dismissal from Jack, and every moment Summer prioritizes her mother, Diane, over him. Audra's narrative is a simple, potent one. The Abbotts don't respect you. They've boxed you out. It's time to take what's yours. This won't be a quiet simmer. We predict a series of escalating confrontations that will culminate in a stunning, public explosion. The professional breaking point. The week will begin with a major Jabot marketing decision being handed to Billy, bypassing Kyle entirely. Jack will frame it as a streamlining of operations, but Kyle will see it for what it is, a demotion in all but name. He'll confront his father in the Abbott mansion, and the argument will be brutally personal. Kyle will hurl accusations that cut deep, that Jack chose his new wife, Diane, over his own son, that he's become a weak leader blinded by love, and that he's betraying the legacy of John Abbott by letting Billy's impulsive nature guide the company. This won't be a calm business debate. It will be a son's raw, unfiltered scream for recognition. The marital collapse. Summer, already suspicious of Kyle's late nights and closed-off demeanor, will witness a piece of this confrontation. When she tries to play peacemaker, Kyle will turn his fury on her. He'll throw her constant alliance with Diane back in her face, accusing her of being part of the coalition that has him chained to a desk and silenced. He might even cruelly suggest that their entire reconciliation was a mistake, a performance for the sake of Harrison that has left them both miserable. This argument will be the final nail in the coffin of their marriage, leaving Summer in tears and Kyle storming out, feeling more isolated than ever. The point of no return. Where does a man with everything and nothing go? Straight into the arms of his provocateur. In his rage and desperation, Kyle will seek solace with Audra. But this time, it won't be just about an illicit affair. It will be a war council. Fueled by resentment and Audra's ambitious fire, Kyle will finally agree to her radical plan, a corporate coup. This week, we predict Kyle will begin actively working with Audra to poach key Jabot clients, access confidential financial data, and lay the groundwork for a new, rival venture designed to cripple the company his family built. The explosion isn't just emotional, it's a declaration of war. Phyllis Summers, the art of the calculated comeback. While Kyle is losing control, Phyllis Summers is mastering it. After surviving the dead but not dead fiasco and the subsequent legal battles, Phyllis has been operating from a place of perceived weakness. But Phyllis is at her most dangerous when people count her out. This week, she stops licking her wounds and starts playing the long game, and her primary target is the one man who sees through her better than anyone, Jack Abbott. Phyllis's win this week won't be a single, dramatic event. It will be a series of carefully orchestrated moves on the chessboard of Genoa City society, designed to rebuild her power base and secure her future. The Jabot Gambit. Phyllis knows that her former role at Jabot is gone, but she also knows the company is a hotbed of tension. She will position herself as a sympathetic ear to both Kyle and Billy, playing each against the other. To Kyle, she'll be the only one who understands his brilliance being stifled. To Billy, she'll commiserate about the difficulty of working under Jack's shadow. Her real goal? To become an indispensable, behind-the-scenes source of information and manipulation. She may even plant the idea in Kyle's head that Audra is using him, not to help him, but to advance her own agenda, a move that sows chaos for everyone but Phyllis. The society ploy. Phyllis's partnership with Danny Romalotti has given her a veneer of stability and nostalgia that she will leverage brilliantly. This week, she will orchestrate a chance encounter with a powerful investor or an influential socialite at the Grand Phoenix, presenting herself and Danny as a charming, stable, and well-connected duo. She'll use Danny's genuine likability to open doors that have been slammed in her face for years. This is Phyllis at her most insidious, using genuine affection as a strategic tool. The ultimate win. A truce with Diane? The most shocking development of the week will involve Diane Jenkins. Phyllis's hatred for Diane is the stuff of Genoa City legend, but Phyllis is nothing if not pragmatic. She will realize that Diane, as Mrs. Jack Abbott, holds a significant amount of power and influence. In a stunning move, Phyllis will arrange a private meeting with Diane. It won't be a friendly coffee. It will be a tense, cold negotiation. Phyllis will lay her cards on the table. Their endless war is a drain on both of them and, more importantly, on Jack. She will propose a fragile, temporary truce. Not for friendship, but for mutual benefit, specifically the stability of Jabot and the well-being of their grandchildren, Harrison and Kyle Jr. Diane will be rightfully suspicious, but Phyllis will appeal to her logical side. We can keep tearing each other down and let the company and our family fall apart around us, Phyllis might say. Or we can call a ceasefire and focus on the bigger threats. The bigger threat in Phyllis's eyes is Audra Charles and the corporate chaos she's unleashing with Kyle. By positioning herself as the one who can control the uncontrollable Kyle and neutralize Audra, Phyllis makes herself valuable to Diane. This strategic, calculated peace offering is her biggest win. It's a move that reestablishes her in the Abbott orbit not as an enemy, but as a necessary, if dangerous, ally. The ripple effect across Genoa City. The shockwaves from Kyle's explosion and Phyllis's maneuvering will be felt far and wide, impacting every major storyline. Jack and Diane. Jack will be reeling from Kyle's vicious accusations. He'll be forced to confront the, however well-intentioned, have pushed his son to the brink. Diane will be his rock, but Phyllis's offer of a truce will put her in a difficult position. If she agrees, she risks Jack's wrath and her own safety. If she refuses, she might be seen as the obstacle to family peace. Her dilemma will test her marriage and her hard-won transformation. Billy and Chelsea. Billy will find himself in the eye of the storm. With Kyle going rogue, Billy's leadership at Jabot will be under a microscope. He'll have to prove he's more than just Jack's impulsive brother, making tough, strategic decisions to contain the damage. This professional stress will spill over into his relationship with Chelsea. As she focuses on growing her business and navigating her complex dynamic with Adam, Billy's single-minded focus on the Jabot crisis could create a new distance between them. The Newman clan, Victor, ever the puppet master, will be watching the chaos at Jabot with a satisfied smirk. He'll see an opportunity to weaken his longtime rival and may even encourage the infighting from afar. Meanwhile, Nikki will be a voice of caution, warning that corporate wars have a way of burning everyone. Victoria will be too consumed with CLA and her own power struggles to pay much mind, but Nate will be taking notes, seeing the Abbott turmoil as a case study in what to avoid. Adam and Sally. In the midst of all this corporate and familial drama, Adam and Sally will provide a poignant contrast. Their journey this week will be one of quiet, painful growth. They will have several heartfelt conversations about their future, about Cochrane, and about the possibility of co-parenting in a healthy way. They will witness the destructive fallout from Kyle's inability to manage his emotions and Phyllis's manipulative games, and it will serve as a stark warning. Their story this week is about choosing a different path, one of maturity and respect, even if it means their romantic chapter is closed. The weekly forecast for Genoa City is stormy, with a 100% chance of fireworks. Kyle Abbott's long-brewing tempest is finally making landfall, and the destruction will be immense, leveling his career, his family, and his identity in one fell swoop. His explosion is not an end, but a terrifying new beginning for the Abbott dynasty. Conversely, Phyllis Summers, the woman who so often acts on explosive impulse, is demonstrating a chilling new level of control. Her win isn't a loud, dramatic victory, but a quiet, strategic infiltration back into the heart of the city's power structure. By offering a truce to her archenemy and positioning herself as the solution to a problem she helped create, she proves that she is still one of the most formidable players in town. This week is a masterclass in contrast. The destructive power of unchecked emotion versus the calculated, manipulative power of cold strategy. As Kyle burns his world to the ground, Phyllis is quietly gathering the kindling for her next great fire. In Genoa City, the game is always afoot, and the most dangerous move is to believe, even for a second, that anyone is ever truly out of it. The Young and the Restless, YNR, spoilers for Tuesday, November 4th, reveal that Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, will awaken, so Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, and Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, will rush back to his hospital room. After seeking answers related to Mitch Bacall, aka Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, at the Shadow Room, Sharon and Nick will realize they have to shift their attention back to Noah. There will be some news regarding Noah's condition, so Nick and Sharon will race to his side. Noah is about to come out of his coma, so Sharon and Nick will be beyond relieved once that happens. Lucas Adams will make his debut in Tuesday's YNR episode, so fans will get their first glimpse of him as a Noah Newman recast. Although Adams will be seen in bandages at first, those bandages are set to come off in the very near future. Although Nick and Sharon will be eager to quiz Noah about everything he's been hiding from them, that'll have to wait. Noah will need to be less groggy and out of it before he can answer too many questions. In the meantime, Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, will hear some alarm bells in her head when it comes to Claire Newman, Haley Aaron. It'll seem like Claire is making too many impulsive decisions lately, as far as Nikki's concerned. Nikki may suspect that Claire went to bed with Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, and worry about how that'll complicate the situation. Since Claire obviously isn't over Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller, Nikki may fear her granddaughter is making a mistake by distracting herself with Holden. Speaking of Holden, he'll work to protect Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, on Tuesday's show. Holden will stay tight-lipped about the secrets Audra is keeping, which affect him too since their shady pasts are intertwined. Kyle will remain determined to get to the bottom of everything Audra and Holden are hiding, so stay tuned for any shocking updates he might uncover in the coming episodes. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Audra and Holden's history will slowly unravel, so fans will get hit with some curveballs related to their characters eventually. The Young and the Restless, YNR, spoilers reveal that Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, will have a drunk nightclub encounter and find more trouble in Los Angeles. It turns out Audra is about to catch a flight to LA and head to the Shadow Room, where she'll meet someone and potentially land in a risky situation. During the week of November 3rd to 7th, Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, will have a little time on his own while Claire Newman's Haley Aaron with her family. That'll give Holden a chance to spot Audra in Los Angeles and worry about what she's up to. YNR spoilers say Audra will slide in a booth at the nightclub, where she'll interact with a patron who's had too much to drink. Mike Falco will play a drunk customer who chats with Audra and shares a toast with her. Audra will apparently turn on the charm and do some flirting, but things could take a tense turn. It's possible this drunk man will make unwanted moves on Audra, so Holden may pipe up and insist the guy's had enough. Holden might complain about having to rescue Audra, though she may argue she was just having some fun. Audra may act like she had everything under control, but Holden might disagree and wonder what she's even doing in LA. Perhaps Audra will act like she had to come where the action is since so many Genoa City key players have been hanging out in Los Angeles lately. Audra might mention wanting to check on Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, and catch up with some familiar faces. That'll no doubt include Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, and Mitch Bacall aka Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, since Audra will be at the Shadow Room. However, it looks like Holden will decide not to tell Claire or anyone else that he's crossed paths with Audra in LA. Holden will keep quiet about his Audra sighting, but that could backfire if Claire finds out he's been hiding important news from her. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Audra may play an intriguing role in the mystery storyline that's about to heat up, so we'll bring you updates on all the chaos. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of Monday, November 3rd to Friday, November 7th tease a dramatic set of revelations in Genoa City. Nick Newman's confrontation with Mitch Bacall may confirm an unsettling truth, that Mitch is actually Matt Clark. Meanwhile, Noah Newman wakes after reconstructive surgery, marking the debut of a new actor in the role.